Welcome to Eyes on the Game Sports Radio. As everybody knows, especially in the boxing world, it was announced earlier today that IBF heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua will be making his first title defense against 2012 Olympian Dominic Breazeale. Now, Breazeale, who's 30 years old, has won all 17 of his professional fights, with 15 of them being knockouts. And if you guys have seen Joshua's last fight against Charles Martin on April 9th, he won the title with a second-round knockout. Well, I'm super glad to have Dominic Breazeale, who's currently undefeated, joining me on the show right now. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Thank you for your time. So I heard that it's been a very busy morning for you since this news broke, and I'm curious to know, how are you feeling to hear this?
You know, it's great news. Anytime you get a phone call like that to take a chance at the title, it's always amazing. It's almost a blessing in disguise. It's been very, very busy, and at the same time, I'm very excited. I think I had probably one of my better days in the gym training. I've been training for 4 or 5, maybe even 6 weeks now, but today it seemed like I just had that extra energy.
Yeah.
All because of the excitement.
Now, you will be fighting for the title on June 25th at the O2 Arena, and you and both Anthony Joshua have competed at the 2012 London Olympic Games. Now, he went on to conquer the gold medal. You lost in the first round, but how do you feel about fighting him now for the title?
I feel definitely confident. I'm a completely different fighter than I was, 4 years ago now this time. And likewise, Anthony Joshua also has improved, and he's gone on and done great things. We won the gold medal in the Olympics, went and beat Charles Martin a couple weeks ago to win the IBF title. But my confidence level is huge. I'm very confident what I can do as far as my abilities and my strengths, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Now, Dominic, what advantage do you think that you have over Anthony Joshua, who has so much power behind his punches?
Yeah, I think my advantage is just the confidence I bring to the ring, and then on top of that, I'm a big, strong guy. This is the first time Anthony Joshua is going to be in the ring with somebody all of 6'7", all of 255 pounds, and I'm pretty good about imposing my will and being the bully in the ring, and that's what I plan on doing. And on top of that, I've been through all the different situations. I've fought every shape, every size. I've been down on the canvas twice now, and I was able to come back and finish the guys off, the ones that put me down on the canvas. And that's something Joshua hasn't experienced yet. He hasn't had somebody that's hit him and hurt him, nor nevertheless even put him down on the canvas and be able to recover from it. So when I do put him down on the canvas, we're going to see how he recovers.
Now, like I just said, you have fought in London before, and we all saw Charles Martin go to London to face Anthony, and how the crowd responds. Are you nervous at all going to the O2 Arena?
No, not at all. I'm very excited. I love being the underdog. It's almost like taking me back to my roots. I've been an underdog since day one. Everybody told me I couldn't play football, I couldn't play basketball, and then when I started boxing, they were like, there's no way you can transition from a football field to a boxing field or a boxing arena, and that's exactly what I've done. I've done it very successful. I've done it very good and very, very, very fast. I'm learning every single day, and it's the biggest stage you can ask for, to walk into somebody else's backyard, action-packed, arena full of people that are booing you and telling you can't do this, you can't do that. And when you go and you win the belt, like I plan on doing it, and quieting everybody up, there's nothing better than that.
And how do you plan on winning the belt? By stoppage or going the distance?
Strategically, I definitely can't go into London thinking I'm going to go the distance with Anthony Joshua and have the judges, try to give me a decision. It's definitely not going to happen. So I'm going in there, with the idea that I've got to knock this guy out. I've got to definitely knock him out. If not, box the hell out of him to make him quit, whatever it may be. But it can't go the distance. If it goes the distance, I can't sit in my corner thinking the judges are going to give it to me.
Now, after watching his fight with Charles Martin, what did you learn from that? Did you learn anything from that fight?
Not to be a pain in the butt, but watching Charles Martin was a big disgrace, and I didn't learn anything from it. I don't think Charles Martin should have took that fight at all. He's never been in the ring with anybody the caliber of Anthony Joshua, so he kind of just gave his belt away. Although there are some other fights that, the Dylan White fight that was pretty impressive. I saw some things that, that were good on Anthony Joshua's part, and I saw some things that were bad on Anthony Joshua's part. So I plan on exploiting those bag techniques or those fundamental things that he doesn't do right. And it's going to be a strategic chess match. It's going to be from the opening bell to the end bell. It's it's going to be me capitalizing on his mistakes and vice versa.
And Dominic, do you feel that because you have fought at this level before and in the Olympics, do you think that that has prepared you for this big of a fight?
Oh, without a doubt. My advisor, Al Heyman's done a great job carrying me along the way. Started me off at small casino shows, putting me in the big arenas as far as the MGM Grand and the Staples Center and things like that. So I fought in front of on big cards, on big events, in big venues. I felt what it felt like to be the underdog several different times. I've definitely been brought along the right way to be prepared for the fight that I'm getting myself into.
Now, Dominic, your last fight was against Amir Mansour on January 23rd. What do you have to say about the people that thought you may have gotten lucky against him after you broke his jaw, and then because he was kind of beating you in most rounds and kind of knocked you down?
Yeah, just everybody. There's always going to be those people that are going to hate on you and have critics or whatnot, and that's fine. We need both sides of the game. But I'm one of those fighters that builds up steam as I go. I'm not going to come out explosive in the first round, maybe even the second, but from the third all the way to the end of the fight, it's going to be action-packed, and that's when I start to get going. And for somebody to tell me, he was beating me, he was doing this, he was doing that, in the end, I broke the man's jaw. I made him quit on the stool. So you can say if, and, or what, or buts. In the end, I've got the TKO. He's got the broken jaw. He's probably never going to fight again. And that there alone, making a man quit is very, very, builds your confidence. You break a man down like that.
Yeah, that's very true. Now, going into this title fight, which is arguably the biggest fight of your life, are you going in with the same boxing coaches, or did you switch?
No. I've got the same boxing coaches that I had for my Amir Mansour, my last fight. Manny Robles was my trainer from day one in the amateurs. We kind of parted ways a little bit for the early part of my pro career, and I used a different trainer. But he's back in the stable now. Feel very confident with him. I'm glad to have him on my side. I wouldn't want to go into the battle that I'm going into June 25th without him.
And Dominic, you mentioned earlier that you're the underdog, but you're comfortable in being in this type of situation. But speaking of being an underdog, what do you have to say to the fans or to those who will be watching who are not familiar with you yet? Like, what do you have to say to them about Dominic Breazeale?
About Dominic Breazeale, you're going to watch an underdog come into the O2 Arena and shock the world. It's going to be me beating up on Anthony Joshua, imposing my will on him, making him do what I want him to do, hurting him, putting him down on the canvas. And at the end of the day, I'm hoping to gain a ton of fans. I might go in there as the underdog and then come out of there as a superstar.
Now, once again, thank you so much for your time. And for those fans, where can they follow you on social media?
Social media, you can get me on Instagram at Trouble Breazeale. I've got a Facebook fan page at Dominic Trouble Breazeale, and my Twitter is Breazeale Boxing.
Perfect. Well, Dominic, once again, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on getting this title shot, and best of luck to you in the O2 Arena on June 25th.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.